Hello and welcome to statisticsmentor.com. I'm Phil. Look at these 9 problems. Can you solve them? They're all examples of where we are multiplying by powers. So what I'm going to do is give you the result first, the rule, and then we're going to work through all these. Now if you look at these and you understand how to work them out already, great. You don't need to watch this video. If you think you're stuck on any of them, just hang around. Right, here is the rule. And it reads as follows. X to the power of a times x to the power of b equals x to the power of a plus b. Now let's look more carefully at this rule. It's saying we take x is a number, and we take it to this number to the power of a, and we multiply the same number to another power. So first thing is to know that these two numbers must be the same for this to work. Another thing to note is that the x here can be whole numbers, they can be fractions, they can be negative, they can be positive. The a and b, they are numbers. They can be different numbers or they can be the same number. And these numbers, the powers, can be whole numbers, just like x's can be whole numbers, fractions, negative, and positive. For any of you that have done more advanced math, we are ignoring the case of complex numbers. So we'll talk about everyday numbers, what they call the real numbers. Although this works for complex numbers as well. But we don't have any examples with complex numbers in this tutorial. So now let's go and apply. Right, I'm going to now apply the rule and solve these things. Once you get the hang of the thing, I suggest that once you get the hang of what I'm doing, just try to solve it on your own first and then check your answers with what I do on the video. Who knows, I might make an error. Right, let's take it real slow at the start. 2 to the power 3, 2. This is shorthand for saying 2 to the power 3 times 2. And when there's nothing there, that means there's a 1 there. Alright, so you can see in this case that x is 2, a is 3, b is 1. So what does the rule say? 2 and add the powers. So that's 2 to the power of 4. Now use your calculator if you want a whole number, or you could do it in your head. That's 16. Okay, at this point I just want to look more carefully at what this is saying, and then you can see why the rule works. What this is saying, 2 to the 3, is 2 times 2 times 2. In other words, times the thing by itself that many number of times. And then this is times. And then this is saying 2 times by itself once. Alright? So then what you actually got, if you forget about the brackets, is 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. How many times are you multiplying 2 together? 1, 2, 3, 4 times. So it's 2 to the power of 4 is a shorthand way of saying it. Alright? Not 4 times 2. This is different to saying 4 times 2. From this step to this step, you can do it in your head or use a calculator. I'm assuming that you know how to use the power function on your calculator. If you don't, I'm sure I can make a video on that as well. Just let me know. Right, the second one. 10 to the power of 3 times 10 to the power of 2. Well, there's nothing hard about this, so here x is 10. We add the powers. 3 plus 2 is 5. We can leave it like that, or you can see that this is going to be 1 with 3 zeros, 100,000. Next, we have an example where we've got a fraction. 8 to the half times 8. Nothing there, so it's a 1. So what does it say? works the same way, a and then add the powers. 1 plus a half is 1.5. Another way of writing 1.5 is 3 over 2. If you're not comfortable with that, just write 1.5. Plug it into your calculator, you get approximately 2.63 to 2 decimal places. Okay, next along the list is 3 to the power of minus 1, 3 to the minus 2. An example here where we have powers which are negative. Because remember we said that the powers can be positive and negative. There could be fractions as well. Same thing applies. We take x, which is 3, and then add these powers together. Minus 1 minus 2 is minus 3. Now, I don't know whether you're familiar with this other rule here, but a number to the power of minus something is the same as 1 over that number to the power of the positive value. So this is the same as saying 1 over 3 to the power of 3. In other words, if you've got a minus there, just turn it into a positive and do 1 over it. Okay, and that's 1 over 27, which you can plug in your calculator to get if you want it in terms of decimal values. Okay, so that's done.